Open meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. February 22nd meeting of the Westport Beach Committee. We have a very short agenda tonight. First on the agenda, minutes of January 4th, which is our vote on our budget items.
Okay, well, I was moved to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as written. Even though I haven't really looked.
Do we have a second? Leon can't second it, she wasn't here. All in favor? Aye. 3-0, no, abstain. Okay, taking care of that. Second order of business. I'm going to skip to the main order of business, which is the lifeguard recruitment part of this thing. Our plan is to, on March 1st, send out packets to all the lifeguards that were indicating they would like to come back. And also a little note to see if they know anybody else, but I figured we'd send them out in March. I think Paula was going to get the addresses. She had the packet that we sent last year and just send it out with the application form. I don't know if they have to fill a new application form if they got hired last year, but I know they have to provide the certification and everything like that.
Should
Yeah.
we just write a request letter?
Yeah.
I did reach out originally to Mike Cruteau,
Yeah.
the head lifeguard, and he helped me get in touch with all of the lifeguards. Most of them will be returning, according to them, as of right now. We have 9 returning guards, a brother of one of the returning guards.
So what do we have for a total?
We have 11
Okay,
total right
perfect.
now.
10 is good. 11 is better.
Yeah,
So, I mean, do we have emails for all this? I have Mike's
do.
email.
yeah,
So we could probably scan the packet and send it in,
Yeah.
send it to him and just say,
yeah.
all those interested, with a little note and do a mass mailing, emailing.
Yeah, a
mass
good
emailing.
portion of them got their certifications last year, so they'll be good. I think their first aid and CPR needs to be up.
Do we have any ones that need permissions?
We do. So I did receive a phone call from someone, Brent Peckham. He's gonna be 16, like the first week of July, and he's taking the lifeguarding course now. He was interested in working as a lifeguard, but he said, I'm gonna be 16, the second week of July, could I be, considered for a position? So I told him I would bring it up at the meeting and we'd get back to
Well,
him.
the first week of July, I mean, that we start, basically the third week in June is when we open.
Yeah.
He
that's
could
an
probably
extra.
slide him in,
Yeah.
after the fact, but he's gonna need a permission.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
Slip
give
and
him
everything.
the,
And it depends on how many guards we have too. I mean, if
Sure.
we have 15 guards already, it's gonna be hard to
Yeah.
say yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everybody's gonna want hours, so.
Mhm.
I think that's the game plan at this time, is get them all out in March, hopefully get everything back in April, so that May we know who's coming. I'll invite Mike to the next meeting after we send out these, to see if he wants to follow up, or we have to follow up, or whatever the case may be. So I think we're in pretty good, better shape than we were last year at
Yeah,
this point,
absolutely. And I spoke with Chris Boyle from Horse Neck, did give me a call. He said, from what I understand, the state is not hiring any new guards, so anybody who
Was
goes
hoping.
in applying for a position there, he was gonna send our way.
Perfect.
And he said he would do that. He did urge us to make sure that we have our book with all the updated certifications, and make sure that was in order, and he'd like to meet with us as he did last year, just to kind of collaborate and
Well, I'm
see
thinking
how we
that-
can help out.
If we have commitments in April, then maybe in May or late May or before Memorial Day weekend, maybe we have another daytime session where
Yeah, call him.
you call everybody in,
I like
and do that. And then that by June, we can kick it off. Hopefully we'll have all the money we're supposed to have transferred into our account so we can open in June.
Okay.
That's, do you know when town meeting is? Valerie, do you know when town meeting is? Do they actually?
I don't know, in May.
Yeah, it's usually, I don't know if it's been decided officially, but I think it's the first week in May. So that usually means it will be probably May 7th, if I had to guess.
I think it's on my calendar, isn't it?
And
That would be town meeting.
Tuesdays or?
Yeah, they usually do it on Tuesday, because Monday, the selectmen usually meet, and there's other things, and people, like various boards meet for various reasons, just to get it over. If they have something they need to get business done. So, I don't anticipate any problems with our warrant articles or anything, because we have the money, we just have to get it out of our enterprise fund and put it in. I'm expecting that the day after the meeting, we can award the contract for the fence, buy the beach vehicle, and hopefully get the pod delivered down there to put everything in, to be ready. They never came and got the dumpster, and we've been paying for it.
Really?
Yes, I noticed that on the bills.
Are they picking it up regularly?
Yeah,
Are
they've
people
emptied
using
it. I mean, it was a good thing it was here during the storms, because there was a lot of crap that was
Yeah.
put into it, but it was supposed to be gone on January 1st.
Mhm.
And it cost about, I don't know, $1,000 a month to get that thing sitting there to empty it and rent it.
Yeah.
Because Denise
And-
usually takes care of that.
She called, I called, the new people. It's Harvey, it's not ABC anymore, so I don't know.
Well, Harvey took over ABC.
Yeah, so I don't know them as well as I knew ABC, so I don't know
Oh, I
who.
do know.
How often
You
do
do.
they pick it up?
Once every 2 weeks, I noticed. I kind of
think-
monitor it. I throw lobster
Yeah.
pots, and for some reason everybody likes to collect the plastic sunglasses and stuff, wash up
Yeah.
on the beach and put them on the rock. I have to keep putting them in the dumpster, but
I
it's
have
not full by any stretch.
a similar sized dumpster that's picked up weekly, and I want to say it's somewhere just under $300 through
Month?
Harvey a month. So if it's 1,000, we may want to look at it and see.
It's weird. But it's still there now, you know, I'm looking at it, I looked at it again tonight, and I said, well, it's February, and it's like, if they take it off in March, we're gonna bring it back in May, so what's the point? So,
Yeah.
but it was good it was there during the storms, because there was a lot of stuff that washed
Yeah.
up on the beach that was thrown into the dumpster, people
Oh,
throwing it into the
something.
dumpster.
Yeah, it seems like people use it.
Yeah.
And when they do beach cleanups or whatever it may be.
Yeah, that's coming in, I think it's in April, third, whenever Earth Day is in April, it's like the third Saturday or something. I know. So, that's what I have. I do have, came in this week, a bill to vote on to pay. This is from City Hall Systems, who are doing our new electronic, beach pass online stuff. This is $307 for the first 307 beach passes. Give a motion to pay.
Motion to pay.
Okay.
Aye. It's working, I know people got.
Yeah.
I've got my beach pass. I had a little difficulty with my internet connection more than, I thought it was the website. I kept getting error messages, but it turned out to be some kind of glitch in either my internet service or something like that, or then my browser. I think it's supposed to work with every browser, but I don't think it works really well with the non-major browsers. Like you're not using Firefox or Google or Explorer. I don't know, it's not Explorer anymore, I forget what it's called. Edge. So it's been working well. I have my beach pass on my car. I did notice that when it's dark out, it's very difficult to see the sticker in the windshield.
Okay.
It's especially to read the note
What's the
because
color?
the color is a green, off green. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so bear with me. But if you have tinted windows, it hides. It gets hidden very well. So maybe during the daytime it's fine. I just think we need to consider a different color next year.
The same, well, and that's the same, the landing pass is always green.
Yeah, these are the little octagon stick window stickers.
Oh,
So you're putting them
okay.
down like in the front where it's the shading is the darkest.
Oh, so
It
it's-
just, I just don't want to make it any more difficult than we have to for police to get people. But it seems to be working. They've got well over 600 passes sold. The other thing we didn't consider, and as I mentioned to Leon, we work January to January, so we're still in last year's fiscal year budget. And when we transferred funds out of the enterprise fund, we neglected or we forgot to consider that we're paying for the postage now. And at 58 cents a whack, we'll probably have 4,000 stickers by July 1st when we budgeted for it. And like I said, that's about $2,600. We're gonna have to transfer out of the enterprise fund to pay for the postage.
How come it's so cheap when it's 69 cents a stamp? Is that because of a bulk
I
mailing?
don't know.
That's a bargain.
What, we said 4,000?
We do 4,400 beach passes. We'll probably have 4,000 by July 1st, I would imagine, or at least a good chunk of those 4,400 by July 1st. You know, so
69.
That's gonna take a chunk.
just 2760.
Hmm. Well, yeah, something like that.
I just did quick math, Mike. That's what I do.
Well, if it was 70 cents, it'd be 2,800 and, yeah, something like
So,
28.
I neglected to think about that when we were doing the budget, so I asked the town administrator to tack on another $3,000 onto our transfer out, just so we can cover that cost, or otherwise we're in trouble. Now, I don't know if we should reimburse the town clerk and just have her do it through her thing, or, well, right now, I just said we'll pay for the postage, essentially. Because basically, they're putting the postage, they're putting this on the,
Because
sending
we
it out.
do that, we support different things.
Yeah.
out of our budget. That would be the easiest way to do it.
Right. So maybe next year, that's what we'll set it up as, but this year, we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, so to speak. And finally, I think Paula's not here, but we'll go to unanticipated issues or member input, and I know Perry has a bunch of emails, as he is the
Yes.
chief coordinator of the email site. I know some of them have been addressed already, but you can go over them one by one.
Yeah, it seems like we've had some correspondence from the Mullen family and Cindy Scheller regarding the fence that we're going to be repairing. I know you've been in
Subject
contact.
to approval. Yeah, subject to
with her.
approval at town meeting. Yeah.
She couldn't be at the meeting tonight, but, you know, I think we should follow up with her and at least
Yeah.
let her know.
We know we've already voted on it, we have it proposed, it's gonna be a town meeting, it's on the warrant article, so because we have the money already, we don't have to wait for July 1st. I'm gonna prepare an RFP that I'll circulate to the members for review and comment for the fencing specs to put up there so that literally we can award the contract the day after town meeting if we get the money. Because we need to get it up as soon as possible, because
What could they possibly hold us up for, town money? We're not supposed to spend it on,
it's the only thing to be spent on. There may be a
Yeah.
question of why, where, I don't know. I'm not
these
anticipating
people
it
have been
should.
very patient waiting for us to.
Oh, yeah, it's been 4 years now,
Yeah.
and,
I
so
don't
this,
know if I'd have been.
yeah, so, I mean, and the fence is really
It's
bad.
a mess,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, that's item one, okay, moving on.
We received a number of beach pass application issues. I've been sending those to the town clerk and she's been corresponding, so
Perfect. Yeah.
those
They
have
still,
been
they
taken
still are
care of.
taking some people who, and this is only people who don't have access, internet access, there's not a lot of people out there at this point in the world.
Yeah.
They'll take a paper application,
Mhm.
but it just holds them up. It
Yeah.
slows it, all the process down, so. They send them out every Wednesday, she told me. She takes the whole week, Wednesday, they go down, bulk mail it, and boom, it goes out the door. So if you send it in on a Monday, you probably have to wait 10 days. If you send it in on a Thursday, you'll probably wait 5 days.
Mm.
It goes to Wednesday after,
Yeah.
unless they process. Right now, they're processing them before that, because there's only been 600, but we fully expect by May that there's gonna be a deluge of problems and issues, so. yeah.
We received an email from Rep. Schmid's office, Skylar Crowley. I guess she's been receiving phone calls from constituents asking about portable bathrooms along East Beach. Apparently they were there prior to COVID and never returned, so
We've addressed this every year, I think, since that. We haven't put them back on. One of the problems with is we have no way of monitoring what goes on there, and it tends,
Sure.
they tend to be garbage collectors.
Yeah,
People put trash in them. They get cleaned regularly, but unfortunately, because of the position and where they are, and, you know, just lack of security there, everybody dumps everything into and it just costs us more money than we could possibly do. I'm all for trying, if we want to try it again this year, but I just think it's, we spend more money paying for disposal and everything, than clean, because they're only gonna clean the bathroom, so all the garbage that gets left there,
yeah,
we have to pick up and pay for and clean. If people throw rocks in them, which always happens, and other things, you know, plastic bags, whatever the case may be, they won't clean them.
so should I respond?
I would say
to-
that, you know, we can try, you know, but, you know, I think the answer to that email is basically, it just doesn't work because of the cost involved,
And the issues.
and the
related to it.
vandalism and destruction and what goes on there,
Times it
so.
doesn't work.
Okay,
And you notice they'll say that it's an environmental hazard.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And if there's a high tide and they don't move it.
Well, when it's windy down there, they blow over too, believe it or not, so.
Sure, yeah.
we had an email from Chad Brow, from the Boy Scouts. There was a Michael Mosher who was getting his
I've
Eagle
taken care of
Scout.
that, yeah.
Okay.
He's doing a fishing line, gathering and recycling containers,
Oh, I've seen, yeah, I saw one.
yeah.
Beach
So that-
Avenue,
Yeah,
a new thing.
oh yeah, he asked if we could put him at a post on the beach, I said, you're certainly welcome, but
Done.
also,
Yeah.
the problem with doing that is some people will use them for that, other people will use them for doggy bags or whatever the case
We'll
is.
see. They're not, it's, you know, like,
But, you know, we'll see, you know,
we'll see.
we'll see how it goes, but I told him it was his Boy Scouts, his Eagle Scout project, I signed all the paperwork. And he lives, it's Becky Haynes' son.
I don't know how
Yeah.
do they unscrew the bottom to empty it or
Yeah,
something?
and stuff, but it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what, you know, I'm just, you know, ones that are watchable, I'm not too concerned, ones that are unwatchable, I'm almost concerned, because they got them on East Beach and everything. And I don't know what's gonna end up going in there, because of what happens at night at East Beach, but having said that,
There was,
Good idea.
The other email, and I don't have it with me, but the walk on the beach. and-
yeah, the Buzzards Bay Coalition has a full moon, I don't know, walk, I guess, and they usually
Yeah.
park on East Beach, and they know they need stickers and blah, 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 but obviously, it's next week they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Full moon tonight, so I don't understand, I didn't know, yeah, I don't understand what they're
You know
doing.
what? I think it was the
Oh, well,
25th.
when's the eclipse?
I think the 25th is when
Yeah, so they do a full moon walk on the beach or a
That's not
viewing of the
cool.
beach.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it, but there's no place to park down there right now.
so maybe I
I
can.
mean, I don't know, I mean, there's literally,
No,
you know, there's like
yeah.
4 spots on the little Dartmouth end and,
Well, respond just telling them they're
Yeah.
welcome to do it, but there's no parking.
yeah, there's
May
no,
wanna-
physically, there's no place to park.
All right,
We're planning on, hopefully, when it gets close to the summer, the highway department will level off that and there will be a place to park. But right now, until
Well,
the
they did
storms.
Beach Avenue
Yeah.
a week ago.
Well, they just cleaned it up, but they still, you can't park, obviously, there's
No,
a
but
lake, there's a
you
lake
can
there,
drive,
you
people
know.
can drive to the
Yeah,
end.
well, yeah, not the lake that's there,
Yeah,
but,
well, they do. It was
but
I mean, it was a normal car that got
Right.
down there today.
that might be a little better because it hasn't rained in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So-
The emails to the lifeguards, I'd like to respond to them, at least letting them know that the packets.
Yeah, you may want to just email and say, hey, packets will be forwarding in March, please review and have any questions.
All right. And then Chris Boyle was looking to set up a meeting with us and the town administrator, so, you know, is that something that should schedule with Jim? or-
Yeah, I mean, because it's a little busy this time of year with what his
Sure,
schedule, because
yeah.
he's got town meeting and things coming up.
Maybe after town meeting.
So, what's he, you know,
Just collaboration, similar to what we did last year. He met with us and kind of talked about what they're doing what we're expecting and how we can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem if he probably should set it up with Jim when Jim's scheduled, he's the one that's probably, I don't
Okay.
think we all have to be there, maybe one of us or
Yeah.
two of us, three of us, we have to post it.
Yeah, representing. Okay,
So,
that's all I have.
that's all you have?
Yep,
That's all?
that's it. Yeah, that was, it's a big job, you know, handling the emails.
So we're all good?
Yep.
It's still too early for me in
Okay.
spraying and potties. I don't wanna do that until May, right?
Right, I don't, the town beach is a mess. Oh, go ahead, I'll wait till everybody else gets things. So do you have anything, Neil, that's it?
No, because I'll wait on those.
Woody?
No, except, I just report that they did plow Beach Avenue.
Right, so,
And it's,
as part of my monitoring of what goes on in the world, the comment period is open right now for the Department of Waterways regarding the dredging of Westport Harbor. Their plan is to dredge 10.3 acres, and I don't know if that means, I think that's just, they just did an area, but I'm assuming it's the whole harbor, going basically, from what I understand, Spindle Rock Club going seaward. 10.3 acres, I don't know whether.
well, that's not gonna help. And that's not gonna do a thing, because the channel, the old channel, where it's shallow is north of Spindle Rock.
I don't disagree with you, and
And south of Spindle Rock, that was
Even-
deep enough.
even more disturbing is they're just gonna take the sand and dump it off Horse Lake Beach.
Well,
In
but
the
the
ocean.
channel, but the question I
You
would
can't
have,
have it put,
Well, that's what my letter, I'm gonna write a letter as chair of the beach committee and as a fish commissioner that this should be more dredging done and it should be placed on the beach. Chris Gonzalez has volunteered to, as they place it at the beach, to spread it up and down the beach. This is not gonna happen this summer, but it's gonna happen in the fall. So there's no plover issues or anything along
Yeah.
that line, but I think it's ridiculous to take all that sand and dump it in the ocean.
right.
Because
especially
part of the
when it's
problem is
needed.
the sandbar off Horse Lake is exacerbating the flow, the east-west flow, which is eroding the beach and
well,
sending
it
it into
changed,
the harbor.
it did change a lot last month.
Yeah.
The sandbar off Boat Beach, totally different.
Right. Well, what's going on
It was
is
2 months ago.
they put that sandbar, I don't know, 100 yards off, and the wave action is like running like a river,
Mm.
eroding and throwing everything back into the harbor. It's an east-west flow. It isn't they think the sand's gonna wash up on the beach, but it doesn't. The waves go east-west there. If anybody, you can see it on Google Earth, you can see it. So it'd be best to put it up on the beach, it would help us, so
So if
that's,
they try to do it, see the channel where it is now, and what they should do is just maintain that channel, because that's,
I don't know
Mm.
if that's not the plan, because it's not very descriptive of what
Yeah.
they're doing. They
Well-
said 10.3 acres to -9 feet mean low water.
yeah.
But I know they had problems before in certain areas because they just hit ledge. You get down a certain distance, you just hit ledge out near the Nubble and everything. That's all ledge down in there, which is the only reason,
Yeah, well, it's just inside the Nubble, it's 20 feet, it's 25 feet deep.
yeah, but I think they're doing basically. So what I was recommending, and I recommended to the resiliency committee last Thursday when we had a meeting, is that they have a hearing, because you can request a hearing in the town and parties. Because the Elephant Rock Beach Club is very interested in what's going on. People over on West Beach are very interested. East Beach is very interested, but the sand is not from East Beach. We all know it. But as the town beach, which is a mess right now, I'd be very interested in getting your hands on.
Well, but the big question, if you're on that committee, is that they should, as soon as possible, decide where they're gonna try to dredge the channel so that so that Spindle Rock can put some moorings back.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is.
And right now, Chris Leonard has said that we can't put moorings in the
Yeah.
old channel
Right.
or the new channel.
Right, because it's just, they're both too narrow. They're
Well,
pretty narrow.
no, but because they don't know which one's gonna be the channel.
Right, right. But it also, the old channel that runs right up against the club essentially is too narrow, I think, to put any more moorings, so. But I don't know what the plan,
Well, it changes all the time.
yeah, but I don't know what the plans are. So I think, you know, as part of the beach committee, you know, they can take it from organizations or 10 taxpayers or that type of thing. We should request a hearing and have them consider at least putting it up on the beach and doing
Yeah.
what I believe to be the right thing, do the right thing. And, you know, and basically, if they spread it more towards the easterly end of the beach, last time they did it in 2007, they just dumped it right at the, basically Boulder Beach and Cherry, and it just
Yeah,
washed right back
one
in.
big pile.
Yeah, it's just got right back where it was. It wasn't.
Didn't they have to remove it with barges and take it
No,
out?
they had a big pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pumped it onto the beach. I remember the guys were from
Yeah.
Mississippi and they were
Yeah.
pumping it on the beach, and it was. I was down with the dogs, and they were in December, and it was like 40 degrees, and these guys were freezing. It was
Yeah.
40 degrees. It was beautiful. And they were freezing to death. They were from Mississippi, but they were pumping it up on the beach, and they were just like basically they were just made a giant mound, and that's all, and it washed right back in for a storm. So it needs to be. And I talked to Chris Gonzalez about it. He said they could pump it up on the beach, and Chris could take the front end loader and go up and down the beach and dump it all along the beach, and essentially, and it would be better planned. Anyway, that's all I have as far as.
Do you need a motion to?
But that the
request-
comment period ends February 29th, which is next Wednesday, Thursday. So it has to be, the letter has to be in by then.
Do you
And then
want-
there's another public comment period for the Army Corps for the same project that ends in March 15th, I believe. So either way, I want a hearing, and the town should be aware of it, and I was gonna talk to Jim Hart about that, so.
Planning board was talking about it the other night too.
Do you need a
Because
motion?
I brought it up, I sent it to everybody, it's like, please, let's respond here, because if nobody does anything, they're just gonna put it on a barge and dump it out off of Horseback, so.
Do you need a motion?
No, I don't think you need a
So that
motion.
you have to talk to Chris Gonzalez, make it official, or no?
No, I don't think we do at
Okay.
this point until we have a hearing, and then we can make some kind
Okay.
of recommendations. But that's all I have. Anybody else has anything else, or?
About, the reorganization?
Oh, you want to be chairman?
No, I like
Take-
being the secretary, but, what,
I was hoping Paul was gonna
What
be
is
here,
that?
so we had all,
yeah,
but maybe we should wait till we have, Paul will be off in June, and we'll
Okay.
probably have a new member, maybe have a new member.
yeah.
But I wasn't sure, after reading, I meant to post it last week, but after reading the Shorelines last week about the whole
Mhm.
recreation committee, beach committee, budgeting thing, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm not sure.
So we could dissolve this committee and,
I don't know what the plans are. I don't see how it saves any money or does anything,
mhm.
you know? I have my own recommendations on how they can save money, but, it's not gonna happen. But I think, you know, fiscally, you know, they're looking at a $35 million override to put the water, to
Mm.
put the sewer in and increase the water supply. Of which there's mixed emotion about that. They haven't advertised it very well. It's in Shorelines this week. I'm not sure where that's gonna go, because people have just gotten the tax bills with the full hit of the high school, full hit of Diamond, full hit, you know, is already, police and fire is already on there.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Anyway, having said that, anybody has anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
By Woody, all in favor?
I-
Aye.
Aye.